So Fallout on Prime just dropped their Season 2 trailer yesterday, and now let's go through and analyze every single important frame of the teaser trailer. Now there will be a few things leaving out, but that's like they're not important or it's really self-explanatory, and I highly do recommend watching the teaser trailer prior to watching this video. The link is at the top of the comments and in the description if you'd like to watch it there. And then please come back over here so we'll talk in depth. But the first frame, we do see Lucy and the ghoul wandering in the Mojave wasteland. Now, nothing's really important. I do think this is probably going to be in the first episode of the season, showing them starting their journey into the wasteland, or at least the Mojave part of the wasteland. So nothing that important there. The next scene focuses on the ghoul talking to another person. It's a female voice. We do not know who this is, but Lucy is also there talking to him, and that brings us to the next image, which shows why did her dad go to Vegas. Now, we know it has something to do with cryo units or something along that line. There's something important for him to be in Vegas for. Now, we were given an image yesterday of him accessing a golden Pip-Boy and having his power armor displayed with a business suit on. So something very important there, and we will get more. There is an image later that I will show that he's probably inside the building doing that. Now, personally, I don't think the ghoul a little bit trusts Lucy, or there is currently an argument or something happened prior to them getting into Vegas, as the ghoul looks very angry with Lucy or something along the line. So I don't know if that's eventually true or what's happening here, but there may be some anger happening. Now, this is our first full shot of Vegas. Vegas looks massive. In the video game, it was quite smaller, but that was probably due to the time it was being made and how much development was made into it. But Vegas looks massive in the TV show. A destroyed massive city, but still a city nonetheless. Now, moving on, we do get our first shot of Vegas during the night. Now, what's cool about this shot is we actually get to see a lot of the casinos in the video game pre-war. So we get to see Gomorrah, the Tops, the Lucky 38, and just a few other important buildings across the way. And I just think that's really cool that we do get to see all of that. Now, in this next shot, I really don't know what's happening. I do think this is going to be at the end of the season. Maybe her dad gets a hold of her, or she's knocked out or something, and then she awakes inside of this Vault-Tec building. I'll show in a few more images. But I'm guessing this is towards the end of the season, and I would like to point out a few things. I think her finger got fixed. I'm unsure about that one. I tried raising the quality of it to see if it happened, but I couldn't really tell. So her finger may have got fixed by then. Remember, she did have the other random ghoul one. And then she also has a sundress on the side. I don't know if that's important or something like that. Now, moving on, we do get Victor, and the ghoul is there, I think, either trying to talk to Victor or he's about to shoot Victor or something along the line. But I think this does confirm to some amount that House Canon ending is the correct ending. Now, I will be showing in a few more images the Legion's also there, so I don't know exactly. But House may still be around, or some part of House may be, because Victor is still an operating unit. Usually, and in most endings, if you want the Victor units to still be operating, you need House to be alive, or them to all not die off. You need House to some part of this degree to have them there. So that is a very important thing to highlight. And speaking about Mr. House, here is our first glimpse of him. This is the pre-war Mr. House. He swings his chair around to greet Cooper, and I really do like his gaming setup. It's really cool, has security cameras watching the entire Lucky 38 casino, and this is currently what I believe a Vault-Tec party is what's happening there. And Mr. House does not trust Cooper, and he very kind of calls out what Cooper will be once the war starts, and once he turns to a ghoul, he becomes a killer, and Mr. House can see that and analyzes that. Now, moving on, we do get to see the BOS airship. It is making a return along with the entire BOS and Maximus. Now, a really funny thing about the second image with the Predwin, or at least the airship, I don't know if this is the Predwin exactly, is that it is over Area 51. This is right next to New Vegas. So they are nearby. They're just not within Lucy or the ghoul storyline. So it could be there's about 3 side stories: Norms, Maximus, Lucy, and the ghoul. This could be part of Maximus' side story for his part of the show. And here's a better glimpse of him. It looks like he is talking to someone, or he is getting orders about something. I don't exactly know, but hey, there's an image of him. Now, here's our first glimpse of the Legion. It looks like they did capture Lucy, And I'm guessing the ghoul's going to plan a like go get Lucy mission, or some group is going to go get Lucy, as I don't think she's going to be there the entire time. I do think that they do capture her, but I'm guessing they are all about to get murdered by another faction or the NCR or something like that. Although we do not see the NCR inside this entire teaser trailer, there was a good amount of leaks showing that they are still very, very prominent in the New Vegas area. Now, moving on is a photo of the Legion celebrating either a victory or the capture of Lucy or something along the line. Now, what's important about this image is that although at first glance this may seem like the Kaiser, but I would respectfully disagree, and I actually think this is Legate Lanius. I think this is just another person that's taken up the mantle, or another Caesar or someone else that's taken up the mantle. It's not the Caesar that we know in the games. And I saw a really fun speculation that this is actually Macaulay Culkin's character as he was cast earlier in the season, or earlier during the show's development. Now, moving on, we do get to see a really cool image of the ghoul executing some raiders inside a Novak. Now, one very important thing is Denki the dinosaur seems to be moved to now face the motel. I don't know if that's on purpose or there's going to be a story behind that, but Denki is definitely moved, and that is different from the game. But if that's like the worst it gets or anything, it doesn't matter. It's cool that they even included Denki's dinosaur in the TV show. Now, moving on, it looks like Cooper Howard's wife is now starting to catch on that he is telling secrets about Vault-Tec to other people, and she has a very like distrustful face looking at him through the window. Here is a photo of Cooper before the war with his daughter, just symbolizing that he still very much cares for her, and he is shocked with the reality that Vault-Tec wants to push, or that his wife mainly wants to push. Now we just see Cooper getting drunk and partying. This is during when Mr. House is trying to call him on his behavior, type part of the trailer. So we're just trying to see. Here's another photo of Mr. House just calling out Cooper for who he exactly is going to be once the bombs drop. Now, this is a very interesting image. This is a power armor and another power armor going through a facility and clearing it out. I do think that this is Area 51 or some other building. In the next image, it will be a ghoul. But if we're looking at the power armor for a second, this is Knight Titus's power armor. You can tell by the Yaogwai scratches through the power armor. And I just think that that is a very cool thing to point out. Now, moving on, this is the following image where the power armor does shoot a ghoul. I can't really make out what that ghoul is supposed to be, but it looks to be some sort of army outfit or something along the line. I can't really tell. Now, I'm guessing this scene either happens at the end of the TV show and it's a glimpse in the past, or at the beginning of the TV show where we actually get to see Hank get into whatever building he's trying to get. And evidently under Vegas is a really big Vault-Tec executive building. And that's what his goal. He's trying to reach something underneath there that's important to him. Now, moving back to the Maximus side of the teaser trailer, he is currently flying with another person. We believe that this is his best friend, and you can see with the following image as a fist bump. Now, a important thing to notice is that his friend is currently wearing a Elder battle coat. Now, this could be another character. It could just be a pilot's coat. They could change the coat, but it's just important to point out that this is an Elder coat that he is wearing. So I don't know where they're heading with this. Either way, it's really cool. Now, we also are going to get glimpses into Cooper's past with Operation Anchorage. Now, this photo is very dark, but it looks like the United States military is shooting at communist bases or stuff like that. And Cooper witnesses something horrifying, as you can tell by these two images over here, as there was something burning in front of him, probably his unit that crashed and he was the only survivor because he had power armor, or something along the line, and he's just glimpsed with sadness, just viewing it. Now, here's a cool image of Cooper blowing up a bunch of raiders inside the pool at Novak. Now, it's a little weird that Novak has a pool, but I don't really care. It's another thing that looks awesome. Now, we do get to see that CX-404, the dog that travels alongside of them, is still with them in the storyline. I'm very happy to see that, as the dog is pretty awesome. The chicken guy is back. I'm happy to see him return. Now, this is Cooper getting thrown out of a building, but not any building. This is currently the Atomic Wrangler. This is a casino in Freeside of Fallout New Vegas, and I wonder what happened to have him thrown out of the building. Now, another thing to note is, I'll show it in a few images, is that the kings are ghouls. So I wonder if something in the Atomic Wrangler or maybe something like that. Maybe I throw it on with the kings that are now ghouls, got them thrown out of the building. I know the kings are their own building, but still. I want to see what happened to that. Now, this is a really important image. It shows Maximus and what I believe is his friend currently in power armor running away from the airships. Now, if while watching the teaser trailer, if you look really close in the background, you see them exchanging fire. This looks like we're finally getting a BOS civil war with the East and the West Coast, battling over their ideology of technology. And you would think that they would be on the same side, but I guess not, and they really don't care. Now, in this following image, we get a really quick glance at the Vault 31 residents trying to escape a radroach horde that is inside of a business building. Now, I actually think that this is still part of their vault. We never got to see the complete version of the Vault 31, and I think this is inside of there, and I think these are all like the CEOs and people that try to wait in the cryopods that are trying to escape. And they went up there, and the radroaches are now attacking them and killing them. Moving on, though, we do get to see the ghoul shooting something in the strip. I would like to point out here that there's a lot of clues to what happened to the strip after Fallout New Vegas. The strip is barren. There is nobody there. There's a ton of damage, and more damage than there was. Like, Gamora's half of their lights are off and everything like that. But if you look really closely through the car's window, there is a giant hole in the Gamora building. The rumor has it that that is a Mother Deathclaw's nest or something along the line. Like the Deathclaws are in control of Gamora in the entire strip. Now, obviously, that leads to later in the teaser trailer, them showing a little bit off of a Deathclaw. I'll get into that in a second. We do get to see a Victor unit or a Securitron shooting at a BOS knight or somebody in power armor. I don't really know what more to go off of this in this one, but it is very interesting to note. We do get to see some Vault residents enjoying a birthday party or a celebration of some sort. I'm guessing these are the Vault 32 residents that are celebrating their first day going on the new side. We do get to see our first glimpse of a rad scorpion and some bark scorpions. So I'm very excited to see what other mutated creatures we get to see. I really hope for geckos and cazadors for myself. This image shows Lucy shooting a few of the ghoul kings. I think that there's going to be a few friendly ones from what I've heard, but nonetheless, it's still cool that the kings are in this, and I do wonder what happened to cause them to get ghoulified. Lucy is also shooting a radium rifle. This is just kind of a cool weapon, and I do think that this isn't exactly like a radium rifle, as the bullet does look different, and I think this is like the ghoul's take on it. Like the ghoul has customized bullets. I think that these are what she's shooting out of it. And for the final few images from the teaser trailer, we get the Deathclaw, foot on top of the car. We get to see a glimpse of its face in darkness. And then we get to see them basically trying to run away and get out of the strip. And I'm guessing they're going to get some people to try to help them get through the strip to get to Mr. House and then probably to Hank. Because I'm guessing somehow Mr. House and Mr. Hank are in the same building for some apparent reason. But I do think that that's why they're trying to get into the strip. And it's really important to note that the strip is blocked off by multiple angles. And I wonder if that's just because of all the Deathclaws that are in there, or it's just because there was already the gates already pre-built there. But that's pretty much everything that we saw in the teaser trailer. If you have any suggestions, comments, or anything that you noticed, make sure to leave it in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching.